In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on November 5th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Texas versus Kansas State. The Texas Longhorns battle the Kansas State Wildcats in a Big 12 clash on Saturday evening. The Longhorns were pelted with a road defeat against Oklahoma State in their previous action prior to their bye. The Wildcats pummeled Oklahoma State last week. Texas logged a 22-17 home win against Kansas State last year. The Longhorns are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games and 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 conference games. The Wildcats are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games and 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The under is 10-4 in Longhorns' last 14 games overall. The under is 4-1 in Wildcats' last 5 home games. The Longhorns are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 meetings in Kansas State and 4-10-1 against the spread in their last 15 meetings. The Texas Longhorns are the more talented team, and they've had an extra week to prepare for this game, so I can understand why they'd be labeled slight favorites. However, let's give some props to the Kansas State Wildcats, a team that absolutely destroyed Oklahoma State and beat a top 10 Oklahoma team earlier. Kansas State is above average defensively and has the 11th best rushing attack in the country. Texas cannot overlook this purple team in spite of TCU coming to town next weekend. What Kansas State was able to do to an Oklahoma State team that just beat Texas without stud quarterback Adrian Martinez is alarming and must be acknowledged heading into this one. The Longhorns have a big chance to play spoiler next weekend, but this Saturday, they may be running into the wrong team at the wrong time. Spot Kansas State the points here. I like what I've seen from Kansas State, especially last week. So the Kansas State Wildcats to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these teams have gone under more frequently than they've gone over this season. I think many people will be expecting this to be a shootout with the 2 high-flying offenses going at it. However, with Texas coming off of a bye week, I think they will have a great defensive game plan to limit Kansas State's offense. This number is low for 2 teams averaging 36 and 31 points per game, and I think Vegas is trying to bait people into taking the over. These defenses have been underrated all season, and I believe we will see a game that cruises below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona versus Utah. The Arizona Wildcats will be trying to snap their 2-game road losing streak when they face the Utah Utes on Saturday night. The Wildcats are coming off a 45-37 loss to USC as 14-point underdogs. The Utes are coming off a 21-17 win over Washington State as 7-point favorites. Utah is 6-4 in its last 10 games against Arizona. Arizona is 10-25 against the spread in their last 35 road games and 17-36-1 against the spread in their last 54 games following an against the spread win, while the over is 5-0-1 in their last 6 road games. Utah is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a losing record, while the over is 17-8 in their last 25 games overall. The Arizona Wildcats take on the Utah Utes in a Pac-12 battle that features a pair of explosive offenses. The Wildcats are 3-5 straight up and 5-3 against the spread and are coming off a 1-score loss at USC last week. They are 1-4 in conference play, with their only win coming against Colorado, arguably the worst Power 5 team. Utah is 6-2 straight up and 4-4 against the spread. They have an overtime Week 1 loss to Florida on the road and a 10-point loss to UCLA on the road. They are undefeated at home and 3-1 against the spread. They are looking to remain a 1-conference loss Pac-12 team and possibly get into the Pac-12 championship game. Both Arizona and Utah are decent offense teams that are not as explosive as the best offenses in football. Arizona averages 32.5 points and 475 yards per game, but they have not played a defense as good as Utah's. The Utes allow on average 22 points and 339 yards per game. The Utes also have a distinctive home field advantage, only allowing 18 points per game at home. They should be able to keep this Arizona offense off the field with their rushing game and defense controlling the clock. Their offense should also thrive against an Arizona defense that allows 37 points and 475 yards per game. So the Utah Utes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Utes are using a backup quarterback who doesn't have a lot of snaps under his belt, and they are missing their top receiver. For this reason, I don't expect the offense to be as explosive as they typically are. Without Kincaid and Rising, I'd expect the Utes to take advantage of bad Arizona run defense and rush use Jalen Glover in the backfield. Don't count Barnes out either. He is a mobile quarterback who can scramble for a gain if put in the situation. Arizona relies heavily on its passing game, but with the strong Utah secondary and the pressure up front, they may need to rethink their game plan and attack on the ground more. If they don't, then they are risking turning the ball over and allowing Utah to pull ahead easily. Utah is facing injuries to key offensive players, and Arizona is going to be challenged in the air and forced to use their struggling run game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Clemson versus Notre Dame. A huge college football contest will occur on Saturday evening as the Clemson Tigers invade Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana to rumble with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Tigers have not been as dominant as in years past, but they are still ranked 4th in the nation with an 8-0 record. The Irish have gone just 5-3 on the year, but they are off a big 17-point win over Syracuse and will be looking for a confidence-building win tonight. Clemson leads the all-time series 4-2. Clemson is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games in November. Notre Dame is 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games against the Atlantic Coast Conference. The under is 5-1 in Clemson's last 7 non-conference games. The under is 4-1 in Notre Dame's last 5 home games. The under is 4-1 in Notre Dame's last 5 games in November. Notre Dame has not covered the spread at home this season. They are 0-4. This is the first time they have been underdogs in South Bend. The other 2 times that Notre Dame was underdogs, they covered. They covered against Ohio State in Week 1 and covered and won straight up against North Carolina in late September. With poor weather looming and a quarterback controversy with Clemson, this game provides a great opportunity for the Irish to knock off the number 4 ranked team in the country. Clemson is coming off of a bye as they will look to be rusty in the early goings of the game. That will provide a great chance for Notre Dame to start strong. It might not be a super popular play, but Notre Dame is going to find success in this game. I'm not sold that Uiagalelei is the right answer for Clemson under center, and he's going to make a couple of mistakes in this game. Look for Notre Dame to find offensive success like they did in the last game, and that will be enough for them to keep this game close. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Clemson Tigers' ground game is averaging 185.4 yards per contest, and Will Shipley leads the way with 739 yards and 10 touchdowns. Defensively, Clemson is allowing 20 points and 335.4 yards per game. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish ground game is averaging 186.6 yards per contest, and Audric Estem leads the way with 558 yards and 8 touchdowns. Defensively, Notre Dame is allowing 22 points and 333.5 yards per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.